Hi, this is a review of the Electro-Voice RE320, and more importantly, it's a review of this whole kit, which I got here on Amazon, that also includes the shock mount and also a broadcast arm in the package for a great price. At $329, I was kind of curious to see what the quality was going to be on the shock mount and on the broadcast arm, because the RE320 is priced pretty much the same almost anywhere you go. It's usually at $299. Sometimes you see it on sale for maybe $250, but it doesn't really vary that whole lot. So to see a whole kit with a shock mount and a broadcast arm at $329, I wasn't expecting a whole lot. I wasn't familiar with this brand Auray that makes both of these, but from just unboxing this stuff about an hour ago and playing around with it, I am very impressed in the kit. The desk, the broadcast arm, it's very tense, which is good. Unlike, people, tension is good in these broadcast arms, because I was using a Rode microphone. If you've seen any of my earlier reviews that I did over the past few weeks, I've been using a different microphone on a Rode broadcast arm. I put this thing on, and it is a heavy microphone. It is like a tank. I put the shock mount and the microphone onto that broadcast arm, and the thing came down. I could get it to stay where I wanted to, but you could tell it was struggling, where this one is the exact opposite right now. And with any of these things, the tension kind of weakens as you go along. So right now it's a little bit harder to move, but it'll also stay where you want it to stay. So that is not a bad thing at this point. It'll loosen up as you go along. The other nice thing is the kit comes with not only does it come with the broadcast arm, but with the broadcast arm, I'd already have a clamp set up on my own, but it comes with both a desk clamp, and it also comes with, if you just take the top piece off, you can just mount it directly to your desk if you want to. But for most people, you're going to use the desk clamp. You're going to put this on the back of a desk. You're going to screw that up to tighten it and get some tension, and then you're going to put in either the broadcast arm itself, or most likely, if you're like me and you've got monitors in front of me here, you need something to get up and over that. So it does include a riser, which is great. So this goes into the desk mount, and this is a riser, and your microphone then goes into here, and that's where you tighten it up. For the Rode one, I had to purchase, I think it was actually a Heil riser, which was $20 or $30, and then the broadcast arm itself, which I believe was $99 or $119. So the fact that this comes with the riser, and it comes with a nice broadcast arm that has a lot of tension to it, and it comes with the shock mount, that is a great thing. If you were to buy this shock mount alone right now on Amazon, it's running like $85. If you were to buy this broadcast arm alone on Amazon right now, it's running $119. So you can do the math, getting a microphone that's normally worth $250 to $300 with two pieces that you would normally pay a little over $200 for, all for $329. Is a hell of a bargain. I'm not sure how they're doing it. I don't want to know, but I'm very happy with these pieces overall. The only complaint is a small one, and it has to do with the shock mount, and it has to do with the fact that this RE320 weighs every bit of the 5 pounds or so that the specs say it does. When I first put this into the shock mount, these little bungee cords here, which the tension cords, they were not strong enough to where, as you can see in this position, the microphone is putting all of its weight on here, and it was actually hitting this little metal piece, so that when I would move it around, you'd get that metal on metal. So I needed to put a little bit more tension on top. If you can see this here, I just wrapped the bungee up a little bit, and that's doing the job right now. I'll be getting some new tension cords to replace those, but definitely that's not even a negative thing when it comes down to the overall price that this is going for, and that you can just kind of wrap them around to take care of the problem temporarily. The microphone, there's not a whole lot to say about it. It is a hell of a microphone. It's prosumer. Voiceover artists use it. Podcasters use it. It's It's the baby brother, if you will, of the granddaddy of all broadcast microphones, the Electro-Voice RE20. This is the RE320. It's just a slightly different sound to it, and it's a black microphone rather than the RE20, which is a gray microphone. I did throw on my Heil PR40 windscreen here just to make sure you didn't get any plosives, but I'll take this off quietly here, hopefully, just to let you see the microphone itself. And again, it depends on how you angle it and how close you like to sit to the microphone and that, and how much you move around. And there are internal things to try to keep the plosives down, but if you really try, you can get the plosives. So I like to have the windscreen on there just for that little extra added protection against plosives. The less you have to fix after the fact, the happier everybody is when you're recording something. Now, right now, I am running this, the RE320. It goes through the microphone cable, which was included here with the boom arm, which is a great deal. The only thing is it is attached, so if you ever need to change that, you probably have to cut this out and all that. But it's a really nice microphone cable. It's built into the boom arm here to the desk mount, and it's going from the microphone, it's going into a cloud lifter, which you really don't even need with this microphone. A lot of these, the microphones that are similar to this, the main choices that a lot of people are using for podcasting and voiceover are between this, the Electro-Voice RE320, the Heil PR40, and the Shure SM7B. I've used all of them. The Shure SM7B needs a ton of gain, and you almost need a cloud lifter for it to sound good. The PR40 can definitely use a cloud lifter. This one, the RE320, is hotter right out of the box, which is a good thing. It's putting out more of a signal, so you don't need to drive it as hard, so you should get a better sound, less distortion, less noise in the line. With that said, I tried it right into the cloud lifter, and then I'm putting almost zero gain. Actually, I think I have it at zero gain on the Focusrite Scarlett 1, which is what's converting this to USB, which is getting it into my computer, which is mixing the audio with the webcam here. So right now we're running this absolutely straight. There's no processing going on to give you an idea of what the microphone sounds like. Straight. Normally I'd be running it with the DBX channel strip, and I'll engage that. And now you're listening through the DBX channel strip, which gives me a few things. It gives me a compressor, which is going to make sure if I start talking louder or move around, it should keep everything at a much more level audio level, which is a good thing. It also has a de-esser, which isn't really that important for most people, but if you're making that sibilant sound, it should make that a little bit less and a little bit less annoying for people listening, especially with headphones that might have sensitive ears. And it also has a audio exciter and a little bit of a bass boost, so it gives you a little bit more of that broadcast sound. So it does a little bit of processing to your voice. And it also has the noise gate. So when you stop talking, everything goes completely silent, rather than if I was bypassing and you turn up your, and we'll bypass it again here. You know, if you turn up your volume really high, you might actually be able to hear the air purifier, which is running on low behind me. So that's where the channel strips definitely come in to be a good thing. They can get you from a really good sound, which is what you're getting right out of this microphone. And again, it's such a hot signal that while we're bypassed, if I talk really loud, things are going to distort a little bit. Where again, if you're running this through something with a compressor, I can talk really loud, and it shouldn't have really changed that much in the audio level. So overall, the bottom line on this kit, it is a great price for a great microphone and a really good stand, boom arm, or desk arm, a broadcast arm, whatever you want to call it, and the shock mount. The shock mount could have slightly stronger bungee cords. tension cords, but you can change those on your own. So that's not really that big of a deal. And if you're using, if you're looking at buying any of these things individually and your microphone weighs less, these tension strips should be fine for anything that is a little bit lighter, in the 3 or 4 pound. Like I said, this thing I believe is 5 pounds. I'll have to double check that, but it's one of the heavier microphones that I've used compared to, again, the Shure SM7B, the Heil PR40. This thing is built like a tank. I think it looks really nice, which I don't know if that really matters for doing audio, but it looks cool. So, if you have a studio, it'll look cool. But overall, the audio quality is what's important. And this thing really does the job for voiceovers in that. If you're using it for kick drums, there's actually a little switch on the microphone that is especially there to record kick drums. So if you're doing that, you have that possibility. Don't have any kick drums, won't be using that. Strictly using it for voiceovers. And for that, I don't think you can really go wrong with this microphone. Again, it's a personal preference. If you can try these microphones somewhere, if you know somebody that has one, borrow them. But if you're looking for a really nice microphone for voiceover or for doing more professional podcasting, definitely give this one a try along with the Shure SM7B and the Heil PR40. And I'm sure there's a few others that are out there up in that same range. But those are the 3 big ones, along with the Electro-Voice, again, the big brother, the RE20, which is the granddaddy of them all. But those are selling for about $500 without the stand and without the Shockmount. So by the time that was all going to be said and done, that was going to be over $600. So for about half the price, baby brother kicks some serious butt. Great sounding, looks good, built like a tank, and definitely does the job. If you have any questions on this product, on the microphone, let me know. We'll certainly try to answer them. Put a question in the listing here instead of just in the comments, because it's getting harder for reviewers to see which comments have been updated. So definitely ask a question, and that way you'll get myself and anybody else who has bought the product to be able to chime in and give you an answer on it. But again, this kit, awesome. I definitely recommend the microphone itself, the RE320. Highly recommend it, no doubt about it, and super highly recommend this kit because you're getting a really nice broadcast arm with the riser, with the desk mount, with the shock mount, everything all in one, even the microphone cable. So you're getting everything to get you started in one. Again, be aware this isn't a microphone for a computer. If you're going to be running this, you need either a mixer or you need something like the Scarlett Focusrite little box, which is going to convert this from an XLR cable into USB for your computer. So be aware of that. But beyond that, awesome. Get it, try it, love it. Let me know what you think of it. Again, this has been a review of this Electro-Voice RE320 kit. I am Darren O'Neill. Thanks for watching.